So this summer, in Natalie's absence, while she's focusing on being creative, the members of the church have taken a turn to talk about creating with the Creator. And so I learned to do needlework from my family. I took, junior high sewing class. I've done costumes and clothing, but when your child decides to go into the ministry, you have a new thing to sew. And so today I'm going to talk about some holy threads that we have here. And if I can have our first slide. Back in 2020, Anna's was the first only ever COVID ordination to the ministry of the gospel held outdoors for our safety. And as in ordination ceremonies, when you usually put a hand on the head or the shoulder and whisper something, we couldn't do that. So we had these ribbons, and so the person who was blessing Anna would hold one end and she would hold the other. And so we had these holy threads. And unfortunately, I did not have a stole made for her that day, but I said, we'll take these ribbons that are full of the blessings so that you can remember your ordination day. And so the people who could not be there that day that were important to her spiritual life, we asked them to send a tracing of their hand. And so around the neck, we have family members. We have Pastor Larry, we have Richard Moore, we have Hans and David, who were on the Sunday school teacher when she was 5. We even had her pet Lucy at the time, who was the Labyrinth mascot. And even though Ruby wasn't around, we let her join the hands. And so those are stitched around her shoulders as some of the clouds of witnesses who saw it that day. So we took the ribbons, and so that's the finished rainbow stole. And then, of course, because clergy need all different colors of stoles, we just let her ride, and we try to use as many ribbons as possible. So the second slide, I think, shows 3 of the, there we go. See if you can find the holy threads that run through those as well. Well, when you run out of ribbons, you find other holy sacred garments to you. And of course, a pastor needs a white stole for Easter, for weddings, and things like that. So this is Anna at about age 9 being baptized here by Reverend Larry Bethune. And on the day of her baptism, she wore a dress, and I had kept that because it was special to me, and I thought it might be special to her. And then later I thought, well, she's not going to wear that dress again, but she can remember the day of her baptism if I take that holy cloth and do something with it. So part of it became a stole for Anna and a Bible bookmark in case she has a pastorate someday where she needs to mark the Bible. And then when Ruby came along, we still had the bodice of the dress. And so the bodice of that dress became the bodice of Ruby's dedication dress. So there she is with Anna and Pastor Natalie getting dedicated in this church. And so I'm running out of holy relics to turn into stoles. But the thing that occurred to me, I was picked up a cross-stitch thing with butterflies. And I thought, well, that's a symbol of Christianity. So as I was making, I thought, well, that's kind of a long, skinny cross sword. Oh, that could become a stole. So as I stitched the little X's and all the different colors of the butterflies, I was praying for Anna, her ministry, for all the people she would touch. And so just about anything can be holy if it's set apart and dedicated to God. And so I find that life just gives me more opportunities every day to take something that's meaningful and to put it into service. And I think that's what all creators do. Thank you.